Okay, are we live? We are. I got an echo. Pretty bad when the host causes the echo. Well, what are we missing? We are missing Twidget. And let's see if that's going to work. There's Twidget. So Twidget's good. And now we're just missing some participants. And it looks like the fish cam's gone. So, while I'm waiting for people to show up, let me see if I can get the fish cam to work. Man, that looks like that's all kind of off a little bit, but that's fine. And let's go back over here to the fish cam. Oh, there we go. That was easier than I thought it would be. Cool. Can live with that. So hopefully people get notifications today. I know yesterday there were no notifications because I uploaded 3 and I did 2 earlier live videos. Thus, the third one I did would not have gotten a notification because I think when I did the 2 and 3 uploads, I think that exceeds my limit. That I honestly don't know what that limit is because I have yet to verify it. Hi, Tony Wallow. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you had a good Sunday and a good weekend.
Yeah, I'm so good. I don't know how long I'm going to stick around.
No problem.
I'll stick around as long as I can, but I'm starting to fall asleep, buddy.
No, well, you should just go to bed and get up and go to work in the morning, and we'll see you tomorrow night. I got no issues if you want to do that. That's fine. I see Darren has joined us. Darren, are you awake?
Yeah, but I need something to put me to sleep in the background.
Normally I would take that as an insult, but I know we do put a lot of people to sleep on this channel, so I'll take it as a compliment. That's not a problem. So Tony said he had a good day and a good weekend. That's good. And check out Twidget. Yeah, I don't have much of a delay tonight. It looks like that's pretty instantaneous, so that's good. I did have issues with the fish cam, but that fixed itself pretty quickly. There was a little story behind that. I didn't think I was going to be able to broadcast from Studio A tonight, but as it turned out, I'm good to go, and I got everything back into place, and I'm broadcasting. So I do have something of interest that once the Zoom people get here, I want to pick their brains about. I'm kind of curious on something. I watched a video while I was setting this up of a little girl. She couldn't have been no more than 9 or 10 years old playing the bass to Tom Sawyer. And I put the link in the description below if you'd like to go check it out and tell me what you think. But I don't see how she's not getting a copyright violation because not only is she playing the bass, but you can also hear Rush's original version in the background, just as plain as day. So I don't get it. It just kind of fascinates me on how some people get it. Either she gets a copyright notification, and honestly, I forgot to see how many subscribers she had. So let me go check that out while I'm thinking about it. She's got 56.2 thousand subscribers. Wow. Oh my gosh. 56.2 thousand subscribers.
That's nothing. There's people that have millions of subscribers.
I understand that, but I put the link in the description. If you'd go watch it and tell me what you think, you would understand why I'm questioning. I'm not questioning 56,000 subscribers at all. I find it's absolutely fantastic that she's got that many subscribers. The thing that I'm concerned about is she says Rush, Tom Sawyer, in parentheses, bass cover. Now, if you watch it, you'll see she's playing the bass, I think. But the song, the original version of the song by Rush is also playing. So how she would not get a copyright notification or violation on that, I don't know. I was hoping...
Because they're detecting it in the background, but they're detecting her playing it or whatever, so it's considered fair use.
I don't know. Maybe watch it and then think if you think that's accurate or not. If that's the case, I'll get out my guitar. I will tune it. I will refresh myself up, and there'll be no singing, but I'll have some music. If that's all it takes, oh yeah, I'll clearly have some music. I might be playing Proud Mary while in the background something from the Beatles is playing, but hey, I'm playing something, therefore it shouldn't be detected, right?
I'll check it out tomorrow morning.
Oh, I didn't subscribe. I was running when I was setting this up. I ran across it. So, I see Robert's joining us from work. Hopefully, he has a slower night than he did last night. He was pretty busy. I'm gonna start calling.
I called Bloody Hell in the chat room. I didn't say Bloody Hell because I didn't see him in time. I called him in time when I was ready to end the live stream. But I did see him in there.
Yeah, Rick Lake's uploaded a video. He has gotten started on his new build, or his rebuild, whatever you want to call it. I'd say it's a new build. So.
I don't think my wife's gonna be doing it last night. I think she's
That's fine.
out.
That's fine. I mean, not everybody joins us every night. I'm fine with that, and some people do join us, and I'm grateful for that. I'm good either way. I think everyone that we have is fantastic and welcomed, and there are a couple there's one specifically I wish would come back, and you know, he doesn't, and I did get an email from him today, and I know he watches the show, so I'm okay with that as well. No, Mrs. K got off tonight at 10-ish, something. I don't know. I didn't pay. After so much time passes by, I don't even pay attention to what time she walks out the door. Tomorrow she is 6 to 6, so hopefully tomorrow night will be maybe I want to shoot for 9 o'clock start time, my time. That's kind of the goal. We'll see. I see Kenny Witten has joined us in the chat room. Hi, Kenny. Good to see you. Hope your weekend was good. It's trying to rain right now. It rained yesterday because I wanted to play golf.
Oh, it rained earlier really hard around here. And before I forget, we was at the Sonic earlier, and it's coming a downpour. And then when we got home, it wasn't too much longer and it stopped. But I've got to take it before I forget. If you've been to Sonic, you know that you pull in there and they got the big screens where you press the button.
Yes.
The screen that we pulled into, the stall we pulled into, the screen was out, and you won't believe what Windows version they're running.
7.
Yes. Because it had the whole I was able to tell right away that it was Windows 7 because it was when it had the error code up, and it was the black and gray screen instead of the blue.
So if that's just an internal system from Sonic to within Sonic and nowhere else, that's relatively okay, isn't it? Just like
yes. Yeah. That's kind of a little strange. They're still running at least their screens that play like the videos are still running Windows 7. Things I noticed being an IT person.
Yep.
Also, when we've been to Hardee's before here, their screen has also been out, and I've also noticed it on their little drive-through screen.
Yeah. I think everybody probably that's in this chat room probably notices things like that from time to time. Hey, Greg.
Hey, what's up?
Good to see you. Did you get a notification by chance?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't do anything earlier. Sorta. Alex and I did 2 unlisted streams because we were testing something out, and we could get everything to work but the audio, which was fun. Disappointing that we couldn't figure the audio out, but yeah, for now it's cool. But I think by the fact that they were unlisted, they didn't count against my notification count, so to speak. Did I get a chance to look at what you asked me? You talking about the Xbox thing?
Yeah.
You can play that anyway already. You have a Microsoft account, right?
Yeah, I don't really need the one.
Well, by having a Microsoft account, if I understand it correctly, you can download and play Xbox games on your computer.
But you gotta buy those Xbox games, don't you? Before.
Yes and no. I think it said there's the option to get some free games, but we all know the free games are going to be the older stick figure hangman type of games. They're not going to be the most elaborate things that are out there today. So that's the way I understood it anyway. Well, I'll keep looking into it. I just did a real quick cursory looking at it, and then my son called, and I spent the next, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours with that. So Kenny Witten says he misses Windows 7, and Robert does too. I don't miss it as
And
much
it's also possible that the main corporation, the Sonic Corporation, is paying Microsoft for extended security support if it is online.
It could be. Yeah, that's very possible. But 7 years now, is that something that will continue forever if they keep paying them?
That will be you, I think.
Yeah, Microsoft doubles it every year or something, because they want people to switch to Windows 10, of course. Just the little thing that I noticed.
So if it was $5 one year, it's 10 the next, 20 the next, and so on and so on?
Something like that.
Okay. Well, a big business like Sonic, they probably can afford to pay it. Whereas the average end user, public non-corporation probably couldn't afford to do it.
They don't even offer it to the home user. That's not even an option. It's only an option for enterprises that have money.
Okay.
For schools, colleges, things like that.
That's interesting.
The main reason why I set my wife up with her camel is because I'm waiting for stuff to come in the mail for my camel, and I need something to do.
Are you going to share that information with everyone or keep everybody in the dark?
I'll share it with everyone. I'm working on getting controllers, better controllers than the ones I have. So they will be at my aunt's house on Thursday. So I'm hoping to be up and running by the end of the month.
No, I'm going to bet that you would be at your aunt's house well before then. Because we all know you can't wait.
Yeah, probably. You're probably right.
Admit it. I'm right. You're wrong. I know you hate it, but
I was thinking, damn it, Al, my aunt wasn't sleeping. That's the Queen Bloody Mother right about now.
That's funny. So Jeff says, I've learned to like Windows 10 more than Windows 7. I don't know that I necessarily like it more. I think I've adapted to using it, so therefore...
The number one thing I don't like about Windows 10, and that a bunch of people don't like about Windows 10, is the way Windows 10 handles their updates, and the fact that you have to have Windows 10 Pro to really have control of the updates. But you used to be able to have control over the updates, without the Pro version of Windows, it was built into Windows 7. versions like Vista and 7 and XP. But that's pretty much the only thing.
XP.
I wanted to make sure the fish can is running, so I put my hand over there in front of it, and it is. Guess I got to adjust it a little bit better.
I haven't seen any place that I've been running Windows XP lately. Which is a good
Other
thing.
than Joshua's house. Hey, Jeff.
But I don't know, I never had Windows 7 Home. I always had Pro, so I know nothing about Windows 7 Home.
Windows 7 Home is the same thing as Windows 8 Home and Windows 10 Home. The only difference is Pro has more features that most people don't use.
I mean, to me, it was worth it. I was just used to having Pro. My laptop came with Windows 10 Home, and I upgraded it to Pro. I actually paid Microsoft that exorbitant amount of money.
Well, the only people that actually need a Pro are people like me that like to mess around with the group policies or schools that actually have it connected to a server. Have all the machines connected to it so they can manage them all from one.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. You can connect to a domain, I guess, if you have Pro. Although I'm not doing that.
Yes. But I have no need. And even if I was somewhere where they had a domain, like with the laptop, they probably wouldn't let me connect, or they would have a guest.
Yeah.
If I
Well,
did
the last
connect,
place I worked, I could take my laptop in, but I had to connect to the guest network. I could not connect to the regular company network.
And that was for fear that you would infect them or possibly could potentially infect them?
Well, and it's like I couldn't put in a CD I brought in or a flash drive, all
Oh,
that sort of thing.
speaking of CD, I was going to show you guys something. When I was scrounging around trying to find something else earlier today, that I did manage to find. I'm like,
did they lock down the ability to actually put in a CD or USB, or did they just tell you that you can't?
No, if we put one in and something got into their system, it was a termination offense. No questions asked. We asked to take your shit and leave.
so if there was someone you didn't like, you knew how to get rid of them real quick, didn't you?
They did let me put a couple of things on my system that I brought in, but I had the IT people look it over and approve it before, and then they came and did it for me.
My video from last night, it skyrocketed. It got 21 views. And my grind in that video is absolutely freaking horrendous. So maybe if I drive more like that, maybe I'll get more views.
Yeah, I did figure a way around getting stuff to and from my work thing. I was allowed to log into my email from home. So I could attach a file to a draft email and just leave it as draft, then log in from home and download the file, and vice versa. So if I wanted to take something home to work on, it was like setting up a calculation or something like that I was doing. I ended up doing it that way.
So,
Or if we had, like Google Drive or OneDrive back, you could have probably logged into there.
Possibly, I don't know. Roller coaster.
yeah, I knew I had that disc. I forgot I had this disc.
Roller coaster tycoon.
Corkscrew Follies, the expansion pack. So, I may be doing some playing around in a couple weeks when I get through this next week. So, Robert says Windows 10 loves memory. Kenny Witten says 10 is easier to reinstall. Most of the drivers are included in Windows Update. That's what he likes about 10 versus 7. And RM not as much as 11 does. 11 is a memory hog. Oh, great. Good to know.
Yeah, it'll get better with time, one hopes.
The automatic installation drivers is a huge
Software has a tendency to grow and grow.
Do you think they'll ever get to an operating system that they are content with and not change anything?
Nope. No. That would be against the business model.
No, a better question would be, do you think, and this is probably, because this wouldn't be a viable solution unless everybody had, at least in the United States, had access to high-speed internet, but do you ever think that Microsoft will ever come out with a consumer version of Windows that's online?
Yeah.
You interact with
You can do that now if you want to, I think. If you're willing to pay to run a virtual Windows machine on one of their servers, I think you can do that.
You can do that. You can do that on the, you can actually do that on the server provider that I use for our website.
But I think that doesn't Microsoft sell that capability over one of their Azure servers or one of the some of the data centers that they have. I haven't tried it, haven't looked into it really. I just have seen articles about that in passing.
And what?
The ability to run on Windows.
Pay to run a virtual Windows machine on a Microsoft server someplace.
You mean Azure? No.
Yeah.
You don't think that'll ever be available for the general public, Gary?
You can, but they don't want you to. So they let you do it for testing, but not for production.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
What's the difference, Gary?
What do you mean the difference?
What's the difference between testing and production?
They let you try it out, but they won't sell you a license to do it on a regular basis.
Okay.
And with Azure, they want to make sure that they can get the money out of it. And if you look at the price of each, I can't think of the word right now, but each up and down, you can finance your house on that.
I know Amazon
It's not any cheaper.
sells the ability, like if you need like a large Linux server to run something on, they will sell you time on their stuff too. I have no idea how much it costs. I expect
Mine is 3 cents per hour. The one that we use is 3 cents per hour. Not through Amazon, but it's every hour that's running, it's 3 cents. Every hour that I've got that server online that it's not deleted, it's 3 cents.
I would bet, and I don't know your contract, but I would bet when you start doing 30 and 40,000 an hour, they would change that. Because I know Microsoft and Amazon should change that greatly. That's why we don't have them.
I mean, what we're going backwards, I remember days where I worked way back when the old IBM mainframes and we had,
370s?
yeah, terminals that we logged in on and you could run jobs through the terminal.
So I got a question
Time
for
sharing
you.
system, DSO was the one I used. Although primarily we could just edit source code or whatever on it and then submit a batch job.
My old Bell computer, I keep looking at the website like, and it's blinking like crazy.
The who, the what light's blinking? Hi, Jim.
His drive light, his
Oh.
drive.
This
That's
is
normal.
Supposed to. My new build, the light flashes all the time and it's running off my NVMe drive.
It's normal.
So,
So, question for you, the group. I was sitting at an intersection this evening. Well, I was actually sitting at the entrance and exit of Lauren's work, and I seen this car coming down the road, and it had something on top, okay? And it was so far away I couldn't distinguish what that was on top. And as it got closer and closer and closer, it dawned on me. It was one of them big, round, huge camera balls that they use when they drive around and get what we see on Google.
Yep.
However, I believe it said Apple.com on it. Have you ever heard of Apple doing anything like that?
Yes.
Don't they have Apple Maps?
I have no
Yes,
idea.
they do.
I
Yes,
don't
they
know.
do.
The secondary question to so Apple has its own maps?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So then
Right.
how quick do you think that gets uploaded? Do you think that's pretty quick, or a year or so from now, or?
I don't know how quick it is. They, like if you look at what Google does in the street views, they have to do something to merge the street views with their map and satellite views.
Yeah, I just looked it up again. That's kind of why I brought it up. The street view of this one here that I'm looking at from the same place is from, I think I said July 2018 is when they took this.
Yeah, it depends where you are. Here in Vegas, there are some areas that get mapped with some regularity.
You
Street
can
view,
get out of that.
the place I bought when I first moved here 21 years ago has had 6 or 7 different street views in all of that time. But there are places where you can get a street view on Google that they've just mapped it once, and that's apparently all they expect ever to do.
I didn't know Apple had maps.
Well, I didn't know if they had street view or not. I knew they had maps.
Yeah, because you can actually use it instead of GPS or in Garmin's.
Okay.
Hey, Alex,
Yes, Josh.
I went on to the 18 tonight, and I have to remember to restart it tomorrow. Because it wanted to do a restart, because it was told something for, HP support assistant, but I didn't restart it. So remind me tomorrow to restart it, please.
So I'm guessing you can't just log into Apple Maps and put in a location. Maybe you have to
No,
sign in.
You can do on an iPhone. You can access Apple Maps.
Yeah, I could go grab my phone.
Interesting that the street view from my place is from June 2012.
Well, the little town I grew up in just has no street view at all, and yet there's another even tinier town nearby that has a full street view. So I don't know how they decide what to do street views on and what they don't.
Possibly how many times that road's traveled, or how often it's traveled.
Don't know. The other little town probably is not traveled any more than the one I grew up in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like 12 miles away, and there's hardly anything left of either town. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're
Yeah.
missing out on anything great. But,
I
I
didn't.
just find it odd how they decide which little places to do and which they don't.
Our street doesn't have any maps.
Nowhere.
I know if you log into, Find My, and if someone loses their iPhone, someone can log in with the existing iCloud account, and you can help them find their iPhone. For example, let's say Kim comes over to my house, and he loses his iPhone. He can log in, go into my phone, go into my Find My, put his Apple iCloud in my phone, and use my phone to find his phone.
You said that backwards, Josh. Basically, your iCloud or your iPhone if he picks up a phone, he can use that. It doesn't have to be your phone.
Right. Basically. Sorry if I misworded that.
Okay, I've got my iPhone. How do I go to Apple Maps?
There's an app that comes with it, isn't there?
There should be an icon somewhere on one of the screens that has maps on it.
There's only 4 screens.
Mine's on my home screen. On the first page.
I found it.
Not that I would use it.
It's called Maps. And I was logging on, and I heard everybody talking about a question about Windows. I'm not going to get a new version of Windows, but Ford wants to make a new car every year, or a new F-150. Microsoft wants to make a new Windows every couple of years, because they get paid for them. Seems like Dell has to pay them for every version of Windows they sell.
Well, I just wondered if maybe at some point in time they were going to say, look, we're not going to be able to improve this ever again. This is it. But, yeah, I know. So I wonder, can I change it from this hideous looking map to maybe street version? Or street level?
Thank you. I was watching Angel Heart or whatever with Mickey Rourke, and it says that nobody is, it's not real. No shit.
Oh, choose map. Explorer, driving, transit, or satellite. I think I'll go with satellite. Well, that's not helpful. That's clearly, truly satellite. That's from like up there. But if it's, yeah, okay, I'll play Gary here. Start over. If the truck or the car drove by and had the ball on it and said Apple.com, that kind of indicates they might be going to have street level view at some point in time, you would think. Otherwise, why would, unless it was somebody being haha funny. Am I the only one that maybe thought that way?
I know they have it for instead of your garment, the same concept.
Yeah, you know how in Google Maps you can grab the little guy and drag him over and drop him on a street and get the street level view? That's what I'm trying to figure out if they have here. Although, this could maybe come in handy on the detour last night. I wish I'd have known about this last night. Got 3D version. Whoa.
Well,
Just
Yeah,
change
some
it.
stuff.
Yeah,
some
just
stuff
changes it.
updated all that often.
Yeah, there's no way I can't see anything on here for street level view. That's fine.
it says I'm looking under Google and look around streets and in maps on your iPhone. And select a city's near the bottom of the map. To change the view, do the following: pan, drag a finger left or right, move forward, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out.
Yeah, I can do. I've done all that. That was pretty easy to do. And then I'm looking at sections. Yeah, I was just wondering if I could get street level view. That's if I can't, no worries. It's not gonna.
Well, no, it says you can.
Oh, well. Now let me go back to where I was at here. All right. So I got an arrow there. Oh, that takes me to my. Oh, cool! If I hit the arrow on the. Let me unblur my screen. That was interesting. And like, I don't think I'm special or anything, but let me put the spotlight on me. So, I got this map, and I'm just going to scroll it up just to get lost real quick. And then right up here, that arrow, if I press on this arrow right here, it takes me to my house. That's pretty cool. Not helping me with the street level, but that's pretty cool.
We all, what's the part of the South I've been in today? we have our granddaughters and our daughter and my wife all on the app view. It shows up last month and lets you show where you're at.
So can I expand this? No, I can rotate it though. That's pretty cool.
I don't think I'm gonna just do a live stream tomorrow night. Probably gonna come out with a couple videos because it gave me a couple ideas for videos that I want to do tomorrow.
Some restrictions on the zooming, but that's all right. All right, I'll figure this out. This is pretty neat. I like this. I'll test it out this upcoming weekend. Oh, by the way, speaking of this upcoming weekend, let me close the door. Hold on.
You're in trouble now.
I potentially could be.
Wait, is that when you're going to visit the cousin?
Yes, in Chicago. So I need 7 opinions or thoughts on how I can get out of this.
Oh God, my leg hurts.
No, that won't work.
Your back hurts.
I'm sorry. Again. Oh God, I don't like the bitch.
Do I, Gary?
Oh God, I don't like the bitch.
I'll let that one go, even though we are a family channel. I like that one.
I must have missed something. What are you trying to get at him?
What's the matter?
I have to get up at the crack of dawn-ish on Saturday morning. I think I've been told we're leaving at 4. We're attending a family function. Pay good attention to the white beard and the long hair because I've been told it's going away. I've been told I'm going to become civilized. I've been told I will attend this function. Alex wants me to go so I can go to Micro Center. I got the door closed so she can't hear me. She never watches my streams. Oh, look, she just said hi in chat. Oh, my God, she does watch. Anyway, I'm trying to get out of this.
Yeah, but you've given in and gone other times, right?
I've never not ever done anything she's wanted to do. Let me just answer it that way.
First question, why Micro Center?
Now ask Alex. He's the one that wants me to go.
It's called the new name of it's called Amazon.com.
So if you think of anything between now and Thursday, let me know. I'd appreciate it. Wintermute says tap on binoculars for Street View, but only in selected cities. That probably could be why it's not working.
Well, you saw them driving around. Maybe they're just gradually expanding their Street View coverage.
Or getting started, sure. Could be. I've got the laptop prepped and ready to go. OBS is on it. Zoom is on it. Obviously, YouTube is on it. I can't think of anything else. I'm going to bring the C922 so that I have decent, maybe not necessarily good video. Unless somebody comes up with a good reason for me not to go.
Well, if you go, just get with her cousin's husband and you two guys sneak out and do something else while all the rest of them are sitting there talking to each other in Tagalog.
We'll go to the Micro Center.
We'll go down the main rag and look for play for hookers.
No, that's all. I can pass on that. What was my 91%? I'm good.
Oh, you'll be taking a nap.
Oh, you're driving.
Oh, she does that. She sleeps when I drive. Which in the city's not good because I need her, especially Chicago. I hate driving in Chicago. Hate it. Absolutely cannot stand to drive in Chicago.
What is this main center down there for, like a hall? McCormick or something? The right place?
For what? Chicago?
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't try to go there driving.
All I remember about Chicago, there's 1 or 2 museums that are
Well,
pretty good.
I got in my notifications on Facebook today. 1 year ago today, we went to the Scripps Aquarium in Chicago, which was good. It was nice. I like it.
You can go see the U-505 submarine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, one time I was there and there was this one place had a submarine.
Yeah, that's the U-505 in Chicago. Task Force 41 captured it.
I would like to go to the Smithsonian, but I'm not sure I really want to go to Washington. But I would like to go. I'd like to go see. Isn't there a,
Actually, driving to get to the Smithsonian, and I've been there in a while, but wasn't that bad. It's
What-
been a long time since I did that, so it could have gotten worse. But
where's the
driving
NASA?
around main areas in Washington wasn't that bad.
Yeah, where's the NASA museum at? Does anybody know?
National Air and Space Museum.
That would, yeah.
I don't know, but Florida.
Isn't that part of the Smithsonian?
I thought maybe Houston for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, I would think that.
Tony. Tony's come up with the solution.
Seems a rather drastic one to me.
Yeah, very drastic.
It's the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex.
And that's
National Air and Space
where's that at?
Museum is part of the Smithsonian.
Oh, okay. They don't. I thought they had their own though.
It says temporarily closed on the maps here. I don't know if that just means they're not open overnight or what.
Well, it's, I'm not saying that like arguing with you, but I'm looking at it, and it's saying that NASA and contractors, it's in Florida.
Or I thought it was.
Well, there's a NASA museum in Florida. This is the National Air and Space Museum. It's more than NASA. It says temporarily closed. So I guess that's not just overnight. So.
I think that's overnight because I've been seeing that on everything I look for.
That's one I would like to go there too. I think that would be very, very fascinating. When we were in San Diego, we went down to Balboa Park that has 4 or 5 museums in it, and they had a space capsule in one of the sections. Them things are little. I don't know how you could be in that for very long.
How long was Neil Armstrong?
What, when they went to the moon?
John Glenn. John Glenn was the one that did the first one, wasn't he?
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Did it circle the Earth, what, 7 days, 7 times?
I think it was only 7 times. I doubt it was 7 days.
Yeah. I totally agree.
Did you go see the La Brea tar pits?
In L.A.?
Yeah.
No.
San Diego.
Drove by them, but we never stopped and looked at them. Wintermute says Florida. I'm not sure. I thought it's either Florida or Houston or both. Maybe. I don't know.
I'll go with what Jeff's saying. I think he's right. He's right.
Well, I saw some stuff at the Kennedy Space Center years ago. I used to go to conventions in Orlando, and one time we just drove over to Kennedy Space Center, and there is a museum there.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
Tell Lydia I said hi.
Yeah, she's playing on a little kid's laptop toy.
So I just looked up another place I want to go, and it says hours closed. Opens at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. That would be the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum in Cleveland. That's another one I want to see.
What's going on with the camera?
I don't know. What's going on with the camera?
No, not you, Jim.
Oh, Jim walked away. He's got his thing blurred, so he's not in. It has nothing to focus on. Same thing if I blur mine, and then if I move, then it has nothing to focus on.
Okay.
He's out there in that man cave doing something, or down in that man cave doing something.
Alex, when you think about trying to pull something on one of us old guys, just remember what my background says.
Oh, doggone it! I was going to name tonight's show. I thought you were going to use a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you got to admit that was pretty quick for him. That was pretty good.
I got new games for the computer. Well, old games and new games to me.
Keep installing games, you're gonna fill up that hard drive, you can be able to play anything.
Yeah.
Now you can really format it and go again. Jim doesn't have anything to do.
Yeah, but do a backup first.
Why?
Might be something on there he wants.
I better do this. I'm gonna get in trouble. There is one in Houston. Okay, I thought maybe there was. Now Zoom can't hear me. I know YouTube. If you guys can still hear me on YouTube, let me know in chat, please. I'd appreciate it. And thank you.
Then when I go to make the new video, I don't get the computer.
I'm laughing at why I was going to
You
name
have an
it.
external hard drive, you can archive your old ones to a folder on an external drive.
Yeah, we got a thumbs up on the
I don't want to do that 'cause I'm
audio.
using
Cool.
external drive for backup.
Well, that is backup of a kind.
I honestly wish last night I was recording the after hours Zoom because Rick said he was going on a 40-mile bike ride today, and Greg said, "Oh, I just did one the other day," and we were asking him what did he do it on, and nobody was guessing, and then Alex goes after we were all done guessing, goes, "I thought you were going to say your wheelchair." It was hilarious. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. So Zoom can't hear me, right? You guys on Zoom cannot hear me? We can talk about them now, but then if they're watching the stream, I'll go back and join them.
You want the subscribe button in the video, there's a subscribe down near the comments saying automatically, isn't there?
You can embed it in the video itself like I've done.
Well, yeah, I know, but that would, I assume that requires some extra programming or something.
No, you just go to the studio, go to customization, branding, and add it as a watermark. I sent it to him last night.
Okay. Didn't know about that.
Yeah, I gotta put them on my computer because I'm not gonna have time to do it over here.
Why didn't Ken do it? Why did he just send it to you? Ken, you're supposed to do it for him.
No, it's not. I wanna learn how to do stuff on my own.
Good. He said if you're gonna make more videos and stuff for your channel, the more you learn about that stuff, the better off you'll be.
True.
Well, not only that, not only am I gonna be in charge of my channel, but I'm gonna be in charge of my wife's channel. So I gotta learn how to do this stuff.
Well, you had her up and running tonight, so you got the basic premise down. What else do you need to do on her channel? Or what else would she like to do on her channel?
Put the button in.
Put the button in. What the subscribe button?
Yeah.
That's a one-time deal. YouTube Studio, 5 seconds, you're done.
And I told her to text me what you want the channel to be about, so I can put it in the about testing of YouTube. Other than that, that's probably about it. I can't think of anything else.
Well, you had a camera and a background tonight, right?
Yep.
About all you need, I would think. She doesn't have the ability to hit any bells and whistles and buttons and things that are going to stream across, right?
No. But my problem is I have to hurry up and do it while it's on my mind, or I'll forget about how to do it. You know what I mean? Because I was, a while back ago, I was in a car crash. And I was on my way to work. And I was sitting in the back of the car. And my head hit the back of the headrest. And I think it upset part of my memory because I don't remember a whole lot. So if you tell me how to do something, you ask me how to do it the next day, I'll forget. I never used to be like that. I used to remember everything.
Except your name, because I asked you your name earlier tonight. You said, yeah.
Yeah. I can owe you.
I'm putting a link in the chat if anybody wants to watch the eclipse tonight.
Oh, that is tonight, isn't it?
It's live now, NASA. Well, it's the NASA YouTube channel, one of the NASA YouTube channels. It's a red moon too.
I'm thinking I might have kissed Taylor off tonight.
Who, Carrie?
Yeah.
He did a stream tonight?
No.
No.
So how did you piss him off?
I went on YouTube and I sent him a link to my channel.
What, in comments?
No, on Facebook Messenger.
Oh.
Hoping he'll improve me in his description. But I don't think he will.
Not now that he's charging for it. He will let you pay though.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, I'd let you pay.
So I just did a real quick search on YouTube, and I probably have it worded wrong. I mean, you know, frankly, honestly, me and searches, we aren't the best things in the world. And I've only seen one video by a blind person that has blind children, and that was from 3 years ago. Everything else is describing what it's like to be blind, how you go blind, how it's like to have sight and then go blind, how to never have sight. So, might be something that's worth pursuing, Josh. I don't know.
Well, I put
Would you like some friendly advice?
What?
Don't worry about it. Forget about it. Let her bring it back up to you. If you honestly feel if you don't do this immediately, you're going to forget about it, forget about it. And let her bring it back up. And then do it.
Hey Josh, no good now. What did she want to do on her channel?
Talk about blindness, I think, I don't know.
Have you figured out a way to adjust the volume of the audio for her? Hey, Rick.
No, because I really don't have enough time to play around with it. That will be Tuesday before I get.
That was about the only thing that I would say was not good. Is when she did speak, I could barely hear her. So, now will your jaws or her jaws allow her to know when someone's in the chat room, so she can acknowledge maybe someone's there if it lets her know?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm just gonna have to play around with it and see.
True.
Well, I'm willing to try, so no more than that.
That's all you can do is try.
We're going to work when we step on the YouTube channel.
You know, like we were talking earlier tonight, you have mentioned several times that it's a lot of work. Now you're about to double that workload. Is that something you really want to do?
I'll try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I don't want to try it.
That is true. So, Rick, was that an upload tonight or a live stream?
That was an upload.
Okay. Looked pretty good. I do look.
Yeah, I wanted to get a video out before I left tonight. My friend Jackie invited me down to a pub she works at. Plans that happened
pizza, but pizza
Nobody
and
can see.
cheese
Nobody
bread,
can
but
see you.
You're not in camera?
She changed her mind and we went down,
Oh, that's
and this
you.
guy went and got all this Chinese food. And
You look good in there.
I ate
You
a
look good
lot,
in
so,
there.
so
And,
I just got back a little while ago. And I told him, I said, I gotta get back, I got a live stream I gotta get on to. I said, okay, I'll see you later. I said, yeah, I'll be back in a couple of days. I don't go down there to drink, but I know who runs the bar when she's down there, and she's a good friend of mine. She used to work here in the building. I drink my Mountain Dew and sit there for a while, except this time I had a lot of Chinese food. I don't know, I'm tired.
I'll bet.
I'll be on here long, maybe an hour. I'm probably gonna go to bed.
Before I forget, do you want me to add you to the introduction? Because I noticed tonight you're not on the introduction.
If you want to.
You don't want a cake or something?
Not right now. Thank you. Consider it done. I'll get Alex right on it. He'll fix that for me overnight.
There you go.
He didn't even say anything. My goodness.
You'll have it done in the morning.
Yeah, I don't know why. Because I know I added you on the original introduction, or I had the 1 year you were on that.
When I get her YouTube channel up and running, I'll put a link in the chat. In case people want to join her channel. I've got enough channels running down. I'm having a hard time keeping up with all of them. We've got like 21 of them I haven't watched because I haven't had time. Got that little dot in the list of channels.
Hey, Gary?
Sure.
Gary still with us? I'm back.
Was watching with your bones.
Well, I wanted her to refill my coffee, and she's got on her nightgown, so I wanted to mute the camera. I put a link in the description to a young lady that's covering Tom Sawyer for Rush. Take a gander at that and tell me why that's not getting a copyright strike or violation, because to me it looks like she's just standing there. I think she is playing it, but it's more Rush than her.
Where do you have it?
In the description on YouTube. Here, I'll put the link over here on chat in Zoom. Give me just a second. Right here. I'm just curious. I mean, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it by no means, but okay.
Rush is a song.
Everyone, it is in Zoom chat to everyone.
Where?
I got it from your other thing.
Yeah, I put it in Zoom chat just now, so it should be there.
Is Rush a song or a group? Or
Rush is the group, and the song is Tom Sawyer.
Yeah, they're from Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not too fond of them myself, but
I think both. I think they got the drummer and the guitar player both dead, aren't they?
The drummer, yes. The guitar player and the other dude, no. Geddy Lee is not, and I can't think of the other guy's name. Supposedly, Geddy Lee sent her a foot pedal or something, and she was all ecstatic about that.
Hey Kim,
Yes.
did you know that when you hold your thumb down on someone on an iPhone, if you hold it down long enough, it makes it so you can see them on the whole screen?
Are we talking about on YouTube or what?
On the iPhone on Zoom.
Oh, no, because I did not.
Yeah.
So it highlights them basically?
Yeah. So if I put my finger on it, I hold my finger down.
Well, wait a minute. Do you know Rick well enough to put your finger on Rick? You better ask him first.
It can make it stick to the whole screen. If you realize that.
Okay, just in case I do the wrong thing here, I made Alex the co-host. I'm going to go over here to Zoom on my phone. I'm going to hit switch. It switched. Usually there's a hell of an echo about right now, but I'm not hearing that right now, so that's cool. I'm only seeing the last speaker, so could I get a volunteer, Jeff?
What?
Yeah, okay.
I was talking to Olivia.
Oh, you're fine. No, I wanted to see. I don't know how to change this view because when you spoke, it takes up my entire screen. So let me see if more.
Well, go stick it on gallery instead of speaker, right?
Well, I'm trying to find that on the phone, yes.
Oh, on the phone. Oh, that I don't know. You doing Zoom on the phone?
Yeah, I switched over to the phone. I wanted to. Oh, there we go. That's not truly gallery, though.
Yeah.
That's.
Only Zoom I've done on the phone has been with a doctor's office, so there was only one. So I don't know. And that was on an Android, a real phone, so.
Right now, Jimmy's taking up. Right now, Jimmy's taking up my whole entire screen, and everybody else is in the background.
I've got 4 big boxes. I've got me, Greg, Jeff, and Jim, and that's it. And I'm holding the button down, and it's not doing anything.
You aren't getting the ones that aren't showing a picture. Right?
Well, if I keep swiping, like, okay, so right now I got me with my messed up hair, Gary, and Darren. I'm going to swipe to the left. I got me, Rick, Josh, and Alex. Swipe to the left. Me, Greg, Jeff, and Jim. Swipe to the left. Now it's only got Joshua's picture and me.
Go back to me. Now put your thumb on my picture and hold your thumb on my picture for like a second.
Hey, Rick, I got a question.
A second.
Rick,
Go ahead. Question?
that was a question for Rick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, what case am I looking at here in the video?
Did it make my picture bigger?
Hold on. Let Rick talk to Jim first, and no, it has not.
Is Rick even hearing anything? It doesn't seem to be reacting at all.
I don't know. Rick, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can now.
I don't know what the heck was going on. What case am I looking at in the video here?
That's a 5,000 D.
Okay.
So, when I hold your picture down, I count it for 1 minute, and I put my thumb off the screen.
Yeah, it's not working for me either, so no big deal. No, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Now I'm back on the computer, I believe.
You went away on your own.
No, I'm back. I'll be back on yours because I went back to the computer. I just logged out on the phone and went over to the computer. Maybe it's a phone-to-phone type thing. I don't know. Don't know.
You need to get used to doing those shorter videos because they upload quicker. That's one thing I was worried about, which is why I cut that one short, because I had to get going. And I said, well, I hope the dub don't take long, so I gotta take my phone with me, but I wanted to finish on my network. Fortunately, it didn't take that long. I said, damn, I'll have to do these videos like this more often, because they don't take that long. The one I did yesterday, that one, yeah, I was wondering when that was gonna get done. That one took a while. I was on the edge of my seat because they were saying, like, almost done. It just kept going and going and going, and then 40 minutes later, it said finally complete. Like,
Wow.
got done without screwing up. That's
Yeah, I
what I
think-
was worried about. They got snagged on something, stuff.
Yeah, I think on the 3 that I did, I want to say it probably took about 10 minutes for 2 of them to upload, and then the other one was really quick because I made sure it was really short. So,
I didn't get the food from my phone yet.
you didn't get the who for the what?
I didn't get the food from my phone yet. I'm still waiting.
And you might be waiting until Thursday or Friday. It will happen. You're well above 50. It'll happen. You just have to.
Do they notify you when you reach that point?
That's a question for Alex. Because I did it on, I don't know, let's see. And I started my phone, I started YouTube.
Anybody said if you just tried it and it worked? Or?
I did, yes, I did.
Okay.
Well, with Alex, we actually went out and got him 50 subscribers. I don't know if he got notified or not. Maybe when he rejoins us after he's in bed, we can ask him, because I have no clue. Now, I do know when you start a new channel, you get the little pop-up box that says, you have just set up to go live. You can go live in, and it's got a 24-hour clock with the countdown on it. I do know that, because when Doug did my fish channel, that's what I've got. And it's pretty doggone accurate to 24 hours, too. So
once you set up like a new sub-channel or whatever, then you have to wait a day to do it?
You still have, yes.
Okay.
She has music in the video section, which shows copyright info in the description on her video. Hear about it. See video, hear about it. Okay, you put a link in there to see that. So she has music in the video section, shows copyright info. Okay, I'll have to look into that. Thank you, Wintermute. It is 12:09 to be exact.
It's only 9:09.
No, it's 11:09.
I don't know about you guys, but I got 12:10.
I got 12:11, but my clocks are always off.
I got 12:10 too.
And the awkward silence. Yep.
I downloaded it.
Well, you need to start a new sub-channel called Awkward Silence.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been streaming 1 hour and 7 minutes. That's pretty good. Good tune up for Friday night, because if she can get out by 10:15, I'll rush home, go live about 10:30, end about 11:30, and I should be okay for Saturday. Should be.
Except she may be sending you out that night to find a barber shop or something.
Supposedly, we're doing the majority of that, except for this is not coming off until Friday night, late, like midnight-ish, right before I go to bed-ish. Or what I'm gonna try to do is, oh, doggone, I forgot all about that. Well, we'll do it when we get to Chicago.
What, you being about that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. We'll see. Cross the bridge when it's in front of me. I know one thing. I hate it when I wash my hair. I cannot get it pulled back far enough. When I got the fan running, it blows all these stupid little hairs down on me, and I hate that. But given the alternative of either having hair blowing on my hair or not having hair, I'll take the hair blowing on my head.
You're gonna let your beard mustache grow back?
Oh, of course. Of course.
Hey, just get a high and tight like you used to wear.
I should, huh? Come back in and, yeah, I should. Boy, that probably won't talk to me for a month. Not a bad idea.
She got a particular style she likes you to wear?
She just said I was getting it cut and I'm going to be civilized. I don't know what that means.
Are those one thing or two different things?
I don't think he wants to find out.
I think the answer is yes, dear, and we'll see what happens.
Yep.
You know? I cannot think ever since 2007. I can think of one time that I've not ever not either done what she wanted or we've done what she wanted or she got to do what she wanted to do, except for one time. I was playing golf one time. I was on the 3rd or 4th hole and I don't remember. My phone rings. It was Lorna. Now, we had just started seeing one another, dating, whatever you want to call it. I answer the phone. I say, where you at? She goes, I'm stuck on the side of the freeway. Okay, why? I have a flat tire. Okay. So, you would think I would go change that tire, right? I didn't. I told her, I think I was on the 3rd hole. I said, I'm on hole number 3. I'll see you in 15 holes.
Oh,
And I did not go change that tire. I finished my round of golf. So,
And you ended up getting married.
I'm still, yeah, really. I mean, yeah.
I thought maybe you told her to call AAA.
No, I told her. I said, you know, if you can't do it, I'll be there. But I'm not gonna. If I was on the 1st hole, I would have run back to the pro shop and said, hey, look, I'll be back. I need to go do this, and they probably would have been okay with it. But being on the 3rd hole, same deal. But I just didn't want to go. Yeah. Looks like YouTube is pre-arranged with some copyright holders to allow music to be played. Assume money from the video. Yeah, that's probably very true because when I get my notifications, it says any money that's made will go to the copyright holders anyway. And since I'm not eligible for money, I don't know that I really care. I mean, I don't want that to sound as cold and cruel as it does, but as long as I don't do what, Gary?
I didn't see no answer to that, but I 50% agree with that because I have heard Rush is another one that does take the money because Eddie Lee and the guitar player. You know,
Wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, hey, they might have 20 million views someplace and they want that money.
You know, they probably, yeah, well, they probably make a pretty penny off of me. That's one of my favorite songs. Doggone, I'm going to have to find a hat. I'll be right back. This is driving me up a wall. Don't everybody stop talking at once just because I'm going to go find a hat.
Oh, bloody hell.
No, bloody hell's back.
For anybody that's listening, Tom Sawyer, which is what I think we're listening on the other one, has 60 million views. The real one. So I bet they want their money.
it's good and fine with me. I'm not particularly fond of that song. Rush is not at the top of my list.
Yeah, I agree.
AC/DC, Def Leppard, yeah, there you go.
They do that.
Rush and some of these other bands, I just don't care for. I listened to them once, so that.
Did I hear bloody hell come in the room?
That's it, buddy.
Bloody hell, are you here? Did I hear you, mate, when I was walking out?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Oh, good morning to you. What time is it there? Past 5. It's past 5. So you guys are talking about bands, I presume?
Yeah, I was just telling him I'm not a particularly fan of Rush, but AC/DC, Def Leppard, yeah.
AC/DC's decent. Def Leppard, they got a couple songs.
Well,
I'm not a big Rush fan. I just like some of their music. I remember when they came out in the early 70s. What was their first album? Fly By Night, I believe?
Yeah, the first song they sent it out with an all-white label. It didn't say who they were.
That's always a good marketing move.
If you sound a lot like Led Zeppelin, yeah.
It's like, oh shoot. The group Klaatu, have you ever heard of those guys? Klaatuaa, I believe.
I haven't.
Is that the guy's name on End of the World or whatever?
Yeah.
The big tall, monster or whatever.
Well, it's got a song referred to it as that. Now they're saying it was a rock duo. It was not a rock duo. I will put a link to their only decent album I thought they had. But if you listen to it, you will almost think it's the Beatles that got together under a different name, but it's not. But there are probably 3 or 4 songs that you would swear up and down it is. I'm putting a link in there as soon as I can remember how to spell.
O-I-N-K.
All right, I'm gonna put it in Zoom chat. This is the full album, by the way. One of the songs on there is called Anus of Uranus. Little joke there. Good song, though. Real good song. True Life Hero is good. California Jam is good. Sub Rosa Subway's decent. True Life Hero is real good. Dr. Marvello's all right. But yeah, just take a listen to it if you want to. The first song on there is Calling Occupants of Interplanetary Craft. Anyone else know who did that?
No.
Nobody's a Carpenter fan here?
Yeah.
They did it way back when, and their version's just stupid.
Carpenters.
Yeah, Karen and Richard Carpenters.
Yeah.
Yep.
They were formed by that is no.
And then I'll put it over here in the YouTube.
Not any of that rainbow.
Now everybody's gonna get mad at me, but who's gonna be trying to Karen Carpenter diet?
What did Karen Carpenter die of?
Diet. I told you it was bad.
You look like a skeleton when you died.
She was anorexia, wasn't she? Didn't she have?
Yeah, she was.
That's what I thought.
Who's the other one that's in Vegas? Dion or something?
Yeah, she's looking pretty rough as well. She canceled her other residency, I think, didn't she?
I think so. She had a long residency here back when.
Has the Vegas economy picked up back to about normal?
Maybe not quite, but close. Have to see what happens this fall.
True. Very true.
But,
Well, it's on Dodge Street that our restaurant downtown, Northwood Grill, is not reopening. I guess the guy that owns it isn't paying enough and nobody wants to work for him. So he was finally
I
told
know,
to hang it. He was finally told to hang it up. If you can't get anybody to work for you, then put a release sign on it.
yeah,
Put a release sign on the window.
Yeah.
I know 2 different people here that own little cafes, breakfast and lunch places. And the one fellow was closed 2 days a week because he couldn't get enough staff to stay open 7 days. He finally has now, but it was a struggle for him.
People don't want to work.
We thought they were gonna reopen here about a month ago. There was some high hopes because I guess he was telling people he was gonna open and he had people lined up, but I don't know if that was just a lie or if it all fell through, but no, I guess.
Well, my sister-in-law was telling me they line people up for interviews and they never show up for the interviews. And I just don't get that at all.
I do.
I'm listening.
Well, I have nothing to do with it anymore, but I have to okay the rec, and we've had recs for 150 for programmers. They won't show up.
So what makes you speculate, or what makes you think why they won't show up?
One of them, I'll back in one more.
Okay.
I'm not coming to interview unless you offer me this. It's like,
Okay, I get that. But I mean, I don't get why people. Again, how do you pay your bills? How do you eat?
and just FYI, if you go look hard enough on the internet, you'll find that we're competitive.
You know, I have to admit, there's a guy I know here in town that works for the unemployment office. And he's actually started to admitting to me, because he was over here the other night, and he said they're actually starting to send some of these people their keep wanting to get unemployment checks returned to them. They're starting to tell them, you know, you shouldn't really be out working instead of getting these checks.
The positions really were right now that work for cars. Literally, to get on the cars and change stuff from remotes.
I'll be glad when I go home tomorrow.
Next place we're wondering about is that new pine break bakery we got on Laurel Street. We're wondering how long she's gonna make it.
Here, you can't hit McDonald's or Burger King. Not that you should, but
Well, our McDonald's here isn't really hiring because they've got it down to 3 people working because, well, they don't really do dine-in. I mean, people do dine in, but they don't service the dine-in people anymore. It's just the kiosks and drive-through.
yeah, that's what they are here, seriously.
Yeah, that's
One thing's different, you can't even go inside.
Now, we can go inside, but you gotta service yourself if you're gonna sit and dine in.
yeah. You have to use the kiosk and then go get your food.
Yeah.
Now the McDonald's right up the street here, they've got a sign that says $14 an hour for regular workers, and then right below it says $16 for managers, and that sign's been there for 3 weeks.
Now, I know managers of McDonald's. They're making 80 to 100. Seriously.
Well, yeah, the general manager people are, but your shift managers are probably making 16 an hour.
Yeah, I agree. Even that seems kind of low.
Yeah, the McDonald's I stopped in last night, I had to really stop and laugh and stop from saying anything because the shift manager had on a Denny's uniform.
I mean, don't do that.
I just,
Working 2 jobs.
I guess.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, that's fine, but if you go to McDonald's and you're at McDonald's, you might want to put on the McDonald's uniform and not the Denny's uniform.
I'll tell you though, Jeff, I'm not sure I agree with that because I have a couple of friends, and if you remember Arby's, well, remember they're still around.
Yep.
And what they do is they do 5 shirts and like 3 pairs of pants when you get hired there, and people quit with the shirts.
Yeah, it's always been my fashion design to wear shirts from Hardee's.
Free.
Yeah, I think maybe free or not, I don't think I'm wearing a shirt from Hardee's. Not out. Not in public.
I'm being kind of nasty, but you need it anyway.
Yeah, I could start at Hardee's, get those 5 shirts, then go to McDonald's, get those 5 shirts. That gets me through 10 days.
Yeah, but the pants are the neat thing because they're like the gas station type pants, you know.
Gas station right near my house. It's a Sheep gas station, $18.50 an hour.
Damn, gone it. Is it safe to work there?
Yeah.
That's probably.
24 hours?
Yeah, they just remodeled it last year. Closed down for 3 months.
Hard to believe. That's a lot of money.
A lot of time to be down, yeah.
Well, they dug out tanks and everything.
Oh.
Oh. Probably had some greenfield for the little things they had to do. Brownfield, greenfield.
Depends. The bank branch I go to is remodeling, but staying open during the remodel. It's a real pain in the butt to go in and do anything, but they're open.
Yeah, ours remodel got done earlier this year, so they were just doing drive-through for, what, 2.5 months? So they're good at the inside. I mean, it's just a big, huge open box you walk into now.
Yeah.
Before it was all
I mean, I can still go in and go to my safe deposit box. I can still go to the counter, but the ATM inside is closed. I will say they did add an extra ATM on the outside prior to starting the remodel inside.
Well, I guess I'll be calling Apple again tomorrow. It looks like they debited my account for the storage and they debited Lorna's account for the storage. So they're making big money off me this month.
But you share storage?
No, it's two. She has hers, I have mine, but they took it out of her account on her bank account, and they took it out of my bank account as well, and they'll refund it. Might take them a day.
So one of you is paying for both?
I pay for both. Yeah. Well, it used to be set up on her account, and that got jacked around and messed up when my son inadvertently added his stuff to it. That was supposed to be canceled last month, and I moved it over to my account, which is fine. It's on my account. I see it. But I also, when I checked her bank the other day, it was on hers as well. So I'll have to get a hold of them again. I'm sure I'll get the standard, oh, we're sorry, Mr. Stout, we didn't catch that. Let us take care of that. Mm-hmm.
Now, are you doing this through your cell phone provider?
No. This is for Apple storage. This is for iCloud nonsense.
Okay, so you do that directly from Apple?
Yes.
Okay, I just didn't know how that worked.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think they conned me into it, but
I gotta add more money into my Google Drive. I'm wanting to put a lot of stuff in there, but I'm gonna run out of space, so I'm gonna have to see how much get more storage for Google Drive is gonna be.
Robert said something about something going on with the moon tonight. Wasn't it an eclipse?
It's an eclipse.
Yeah.
It's a red moon. I guess an eclipse of the sun or whatever.
Super flower blood moon, I think what they're
Yeah,
calling it.
something like
Something like that. Why can't we just call it an eclipse? Why do we have to give these millions of adjectives?
It's a total lunar eclipse. I'm sorry.
No, that's.
Oh, that
on
makes a
NASA's-
difference.
It's on the NASA channel.
I thought that
Get
ended.
you some pictures that Marlena posted
Oh, please. Really?
of the moon. That is.
Don't say.
You don't want me to sleep tonight, do you?
Yeah, I said, bloody hell.
Well, YouTube's the only way I'm even going to watch it because we're socked in with complete cloud cover here.
Yeah, we're overcast here in Vegas tonight.
Well, I thought it ended. Did it end, or is it still going on?
No, it should be over by now.
Yeah, it says over. It said it ended 53 minutes ago. Jeez.
NASA is rebroadcasting it.
11 o'clock this morning.
Just started. I stuck the link in the chat.
Yeah, I clicked on the link. That's how I knew it had ended. All right, we're coming up on an hour and a half. I'm going to hit the button for the outro to end the stream. And then we'll go.
We gotta go watch.
Dancing Girls coming up. I should figure out a way to get the Jackson 5's Dancing Machine music in the background of the Dancing Girls.
Oh,
What-
yeah, I've been busy. I heard my name a while ago. Did somebody have a question?
Yeah.
Well, that's a while ago, but I've forgotten since then. I don't remember.
You know.